Hi, the cost function for the logistic regression is given with log loss, which is negative average of log of corrected probability values. Here, by using the sigmoid of G is calculating the probability value by using the sigmoid function. Here, after getting the value, we will get y dash. This is the y dash. So, suppose if you are getting the 0.5, which is greater than or equal to 0.5, the its class is 1. But if we have the actual output is 0, so this is miscalculated, I mean misclassified by our model logistic regression. So if there is error, then how do we come to know that it is perfect or error? So by applying the log loss function, we can calculate the difference between the actual output y and predicted output here y dash. So this is done by using the log loss function minus 1 by number of samples n, summation of I equal to 1 to n log of predicted value pi. So here the predicted value is here 1. So this log function can be applied to the binary class classification. And second last function is binary cross entropy, which is using for multi-class classification. The cost function is given j of theta equal to minus 1 by m summation of I equal to 1 to m number of samples yi ith sample of the actual output log y dash of ith sample, that is predicted output of ith sample, plus 1 minus actual output of ith sample into log of 1 minus predicted output of ith sample. So this is called binary cross entropy. Here yi in the sense actual output of ith sample, predicted output of ith sample is mentioned with y dash, m is the number of samples. Here when you are applying the sigmoid function, when you are getting the value y dash is 1, but our actual output is here all 1, so both are correctly classified. If both are correctly classified, then our error is 0, right? So it can be represented here. Here y dash is also 1 and cost has y equal to also 1. So both are correctly classified, then our error rate is 0 in terms of denoted as cost. Like that, here if our y dash is 0 but our actual output is 1, so there is the error. Okay, if predicted value is 0 and actual output is 1 means error. So that's what you are having the error very high in if both are misclassified. And like that, if y equal to 0, then if our y dash also correctly predicted as 0, then there is no error, so 0 error. If y dash is 1 but actual output is 0, right, actual output is 0, then there is the high error. So that's what it is mentioned with high error. So we can use the plot to represent the error between predicted output and actual output. So finally we can mention the difference between predicted output and actual output is called cost. Whenever y equal to 1, when you are substituting the values here y equal to 1 and here also y equal to 1, so this 1 minus 1 will become 0, so this term will be 0. So finally you will get y log y dash. So here y is 1, so log y dash, this minus is given here, so minus y, log y dash. Like that, if our y is 0, here this term will become 0. First term y equal to 0 means this term will become 0. 0 multiply with anything 0, then you will get only this term. So here it is also 0, so 1 minus 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, so 1 into log of 1 minus y dash. So here log of 1 minus y dash, multiply this minus, which is given here. So the cost function is given here whenever your predicted given actual output is 1 or 0 in this two formats. And how can we derive the cost function by using the maximum likelihood estimation? Here the m number of samples given, sample number 1 and its corresponding output, sample number 2 and its corresponding output, sample number m and its corresponding output. Here we are going to estimate the maximum likelihood of the parameter values with respect to probability of all the samples. So here it can be represented as product of I equal to 1 to m probability of all the samples calculated from the feature values of samples and its corresponding output for the comparison. Then we will estimate the maximum likelihood value with respect to the parameter theta. So here we are calculating the maximum conditional likelihood. Conditional likelihood will have the product of that sample values. And here aim is to choose the maximum conditional likelihood parameter based upon the here given training data. So here the probability of actual output is 1. When actual output is 1 given by the number of samples x, that means corresponding samples and its given output here 1, we are taking the hypothesis of x is represented as 1 over 1 plus e power minus g. What is the g? G is here theta 0 plus theta 1 x1 etc. So here it can be represented as theta transpose x. So that's what represented here. So 1 plus e power minus theta transpose x instead of g, right? So yeah, whenever we are getting the samples for the 1, then remaining samples 1 minus this one will give you the another class, okay, that is the 0, right? So that is represented as here same formula. So here we have given e power g divided by 1 plus e power minus g, right? So that's what given here. So now the training data d is this samples and data likelihood is this product of this all the samples and its corresponding output, and conditional likelihood is the here given based upon the output given by samples corresponding I. Now this can be applied uh, log of theta. So here we got the product of this one. So when you are applying the log in both right hand side and left hand side, so log of product of I equal to 1 to m number of samples, probability of given output given by corresponding samples with respect to parameter theta, right? We can represent as summation of I equal to 1 to m log the probability of output given by x. So when you are transforming this product into sum, you will get I equal to 1 to m yi log probability of yi equal to 1 given by corresponding sample plus 1 minus y actual output log into probability of yi of class 0 with respect to given sample y. So finally we can write this as summation of I equal to 1 to m yi minus yi into log yi dash plus log 1 minus yi dash into log 1 minus yi dash. So here finally we can make this into whenever y equal to 1, so this will become 0. Whenever y equal to 0, so this will become 0. So finally we got this step. So here finally we get into the cost function based upon the binary cross entropy. Thanks for watching.